Yo, what up? So, this is a very impromptu session we got going on. But I feel like it was very necessary to make this right here, right now. Let me get dressed. Be a little professional. Oh, man. I just caught myself getting in like a hole of just looking at my phone and stuff, and I didn't really like it, so just decided to come out here talk to the folks. Yeah, so I really just wanted to talk about oh man, what's the topic? Yeah, I just really wanted to talk about people not being on the same wavelength as yourself. It's very hard to find, people, whether it's a group, an individual, anything like that, people are on the same wavelength as you. I've had a very hard time accepting the fact that, people don't think the same way as me. And it's not that I'm right, they're wrong, they're right, I'm wrong. It's just more of a different way of thinking. The other day I was in a heated debate with my coworkers about rhyming. So, set the scene for you. One of my coworkers has a husband in the military, Air Force, I believe, in Georgia, and she heard a news report of a Georgia military base being shot up. Tragic news. I don't want to make light of that or anything, but she realized it wasn't her husband's base. Everything was okay for her, not factoring in the families or people that were involved in the other shooting, whatever. The base was called Fort Stewart. And as a joke, as maybe not a very tasteful joke, I said, that's what they get for rhyming. And then my other coworkers were around me and were like, that doesn't rhyme. Fort and Stewart don't rhyme. Okay, do they perfectly rhyme? No. They don't perfectly rhyme. They don't perfectly align together. But are we for real gonna live in a world where they're not similar? You can't really see where I was coming from on that one. Come on. What are we talking about here? And it we started having this debate about words that rhyme together, and they were it's pronounced Stewart, or it's spelled like Stewart. Which, yeah, sure, little Stewart, if some people pronounce it like that, fine. But it was just, to me, it was insane that people, they couldn't take into account that it's pretty fucking similar, they rhyme. Pissed me the fuck off. It pissed me off so bad. How are you not gonna acknowledge that they somewhat rhyme together? And it just got me on this thinking of, they're just not on my vibe. Are you for real gonna be so constricted by these certain guidelines that you're gonna say Fort and Stewart don't somewhat rhyme together? If Lil Wayne in a rap song was then I took her to my fort, and her middle name was Stewart, you would listen to that song and be like, that fucking rhymed. Or are we gonna pretend that we live in this Dr. Seuss world where it's my sad dad was glad that I had been coming back to the home that we both had? I don't know. It's just like at some point you got to get past the green eggs and ham. Yeah, and that fucking pissed me the fuck off. But then, you know, after I finally got over myself and stopped taking myself so seriously, I started to think about like why I was so like perturbed by this whole thing. And I kind of just realized that it doesn't really matter, like, at all. It doesn't really matter like what somebody what somebody thinks rhymes and what somebody doesn't thinks rhymes. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe. Like, it's not my job to fucking be the gatekeeper or horticulturalist of what's right and what's wrong. Got this lady coming behind me right now. That's what I fucking love about this place, man. Well, I'm gonna grab my sunglasses and also take off my jacket because it's hot. Oh, that song was just to, you know, fill in the gap of me being here, not being here. Whew. This is a pretty awesome view. But yeah, man, I just, sometimes I get caught up in like my own way of thinking, and it can be very detrimental to, honestly, like the relationships that I have with people. Like, I can really become somebody who is in my own way a lot. And it has a lot to do with me thinking that I'm right. And in certain situations, like, I'm not trying to say like I know everything in the entire world, but in certain situations I am fucking right. Like, those do rhyme. Like, I looked it up on this website. I swear to God, if any person on this viewership right here doesn't think that fort and stort rhyme, fucking look up stort rhymes on Google and go to Rhyme Zone, and you'll see that port is the fucking fourth word that rhymes with stort. Like, I don't know. It's, what are we gonna start, you know, telling people with accents they aren't saying the words right? Like, no. That's the way they say the word. And the way that they say the word, the vernacular comes out to making it rhyme. It's like that one segment, I don't think of it, Inside Edition, 60 Minutes, something like that, with Eminem. And, you know, the famous quote that nothing rhymes with orange. Eminem kind of gave like a class session on, you know, saying there are words that rhyme with orange. It's just in the way you pronounce it and the way that the syllables mesh together with the way that you pronounce it. So he was saying, okay, nothing rhymes with orange. How about I stick these 4-inch door hinge nails into my eyelids, something scorage. I don't know. He was saying something that he was making words that don't rhyme with orange perfectly rhyme with orange. It's the way that, like, if you don't think that words can be pronounced and manipulated in a way that make them rhyme and sound cohesive together, it's like you're gonna be very disappointed with the way music has been being made for the past 60 years. Like, if you truly only want perfect rhymes, where it's like, the dog was in the fog and then landed in a bog. You're going to be just reading Dr. Seuss for the rest of your life. Like, poems, songs, ballads, all of these things, they use some artistic liberty with the way that they make their songs come together. Like, it's never these, like, perfectly cohesive syllable, spelling, words that come together to make these songs. No, like, they take some artistic liberty and then they make it into what they want it to be. It's like words are like working with clay. Like, you mold it into the shape that you want it to be. It's not like you get this brick of clay and it's like, all right, clay and pottery can only be a rectangle because that's the way I bought it. No, it's like you can mold the clay into a vase. You can mold the clay into a coffee mug. You can mold the clay into an ashtray. It doesn't matter what you're working with as long as you can make it become what you want it to become. Like, if we live in this world of just, like, oh, the box on the fucking noodles say that it has to be cooked for 10 minutes. I don't know, maybe try a noodle and see if you like them then. If it's 6 minutes, it's 6 minutes. Who cares? Like, you're so confined by these rules and like, oh no, like, I can't escape this box. Like, chill. Like, I think 90% of human issues can just be resolved by simply chilling the fuck out. Just chill the fuck out. Are you racist? How about you chill the fuck out? Hang out with some people. Be cool. If you're homophobic, hang out with some gay people. And chill the fuck out. Drink some apple martinis and have a good time. I don't like... It just chill out, man. Like, life is not this serious of like, oh my god, you try to rhyme life with knife. Knife has a K in it, so it can't rhyme. Chill the fuck out. Does it sound like it rhymes? Is it pretty close? It fucking rhymes. You're gonna be so disappointed listening to songs every single day of your life if you're like, actually, that one didn't rhyme perfectly with the word that they used in the last line. I don't know. It's just annoying, man. Like, and then during this time where I was making this rhyming argument or whatever it was an argument. Honestly, they probably did not care at all and did not think about it at all since we talked about it. But me, I was stewing in it for 36 hours at least. Like, I don't know, they like kind of all ganged up on me, like, a little bit, and like, we were just having a good time. Like, it wasn't anything serious. Like, I take everything serious, and even I wasn't like taking it that serious, but afterwards I did too much because I just only had time to think, and I don't know, it was just fucking annoying. It's like, for real, we're gonna live in this world where it's like, you can't see where I'm coming from. Dead ass. Like, you can't see where I'm coming from at all. Like, it's like, it wasn't the fact that they disagreed with me. It was just the fact that it was just like so perplexing to them that I could even like utter something like that. It's like, okay, yes, you're right. They don't perfectly rhyme, but like, can you not see where I was coming from? Can you not see that they're like pretty fucking close? For real? I don't know. I guess they'll just read Green Eggs and Ham for the fucking rest of their lives. Sam, I am Green Eggs and Ham, and thank you, ma'am. All right, that's all you get. If you want perfect rhymes, there you go. You got them right there. Dr. Seuss. Oh, man. Sometimes I get too vindictive and like too caught up in smelling my own farts to like realize that other people have their opinions, and I'm literally preaching my opinion and getting all mad whenever somebody preaches their opinion. I get that. I really do. It's just annoying. Like, it's more so annoying that like, it's more so annoying that not that they disagree with me. Like, disagreeing with me is, I don't care. Like, if somebody agreed with me 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 times, it would be the most boring conversation, most boring friendship, most boring relationship ever. Like, if you don't have a difference of opinions, not even a difference of opinions, but if you don't have a different outlook or like view on the world and like kind of what's going on, it's just like, I might as well just be talking to a fucking brick wall right now. So I very, very much appreciate the difference of opinions and difference on outlooks and stuff. But at the same time, it's just like, are we gonna act like we don't know what each other are saying? Like, I acknowledge the fact that yes, it's not a perfect rhyme, but you can't acknowledge the fact that it's like pretty fucking close. I don't know. Sometimes I get caught up in like in episode 1, like I was saying, I repeat scenarios and conversations in my head 1,000,000 times a day, and this is supposed to be helping me with it, and it is like it once I have these conversations with the camera, it does help kind of relieve the pressure on my brain. But it's just in my nature to analyze, and then whenever I come to an opinion, it just like is what it is. Like, it's hard for me to like reverse my opinions. It takes like quite a few factors. Like, it takes like somebody I respect. Like, I have to be hearing it from somebody like I actually respect. It has to make logical sense. It can't come from a place of, trying to win or like trying to debate. Like, I hate debating with somebody. Like, it's the gayest thing to ever like say, but I don't like debating. I just like having conversations. But it's true. Like, I really I don't want to like, I don't want conflict. Like, I don't care for obviously I'm getting like 8 views a video. Like, if I was like fiending for some conflict to give me some views, I would have gone to one of these people who like are sucking Donald Trump's dick and argued with them for half an hour. But I just think, I don't know, it's just more important to just talk to somebody. Like, if they would have just like heard me out, again, this is a very immature point of view for me to take, but if they would have heard me out, I would have conceded that they are right, but I am also right. Like, 2 people can be right at the same time. Like, if the Democratic and Republican Party got together and they were holding a debate or conversation or whatever, and the Democrats were like, we think that, immigrants are good to society. And then Republicans came in and they were like, we think that immigrants are detrimental to society. And then both of them started having a conversation of why they think each thing. We would get a lot more done. Like, Democrats are correct. Immigrants are good for society. America is fully immigrants. I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant. I don't care even if you're Native American, you're a fucking immigrant. Who do you think Native Americans took this land from? They came from somewhere. There's a cradle of civilization, and it's not in fucking America. Let me tell you that. So it's just like, to just be like, I'm here first, you can't get in, don't go here, don't get away, just get away from me, is the craziest thing ever. But also just to be like, everybody should get in and it doesn't matter what is what, like that to me is fucking retarded. No, like, people do need to be vetted. People do need to have some sort of like semblance of provision. Like, they're gonna come here and be able to produce or provide or do something, but I don't think that we should have this culture of, I'm gonna make it so hard to get in that no immigrants want to come in, and the only immigrants that can come in are the ones that are doing bad things. That's all it's doing. Like, it's literally like, it's the gun control argument. Should guns be in every single person's hand? No. But should guns be completely banned? No. If guns are in everybody's hands, there are so many dumb people, shootings are going to go up off the roof. But if guns are banned in every single fucking way, guess who's going to have guns? Criminals. Because they don't care about the rules. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, people should just, I think that's where this all stems from. Everybody needs to chill the fuck out. Do you want a gun? Get a gun. Should you be allowed to have a gun? Yeah, you should be allowed to have a gun. Should immigrants be able to come into this country without it being like the hardest thing to ever fucking do in the world? Yes. Please. This country is built off immigrants. Half of these buildings I'm looking at right now are made by immigrants. Half of these companies that I see are created by immigrants. Half of the entrepreneurs, half of the fucking architects, half of the engineers, half of the doctors are immigrants, of recent immigrants. And then 100% of everybody is immigrants if you consider the entire history of the entire United States. Everybody is a fucking immigrant. Why are we all of a sudden going to be like, no, I don't want them? No. Like, if I was to go talk to a fucking Trump person, they would be just so fucking whack about everything. I do think, like, I will die on this hill. I'm 100% in the middle. I don't care what anybody says. There's good things on both sides. There's great things on both sides. There's dumb things on both sides, and there's retarded things on both sides. But I will say this whole Trump, idolization of a public servant is the stupidest, fucking gayest thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Like, people, whenever he first got into office, okay, maybe he did do good for the economy. My dad owns a business. My dad owns a plumbing business. He did well under Trump. He did well under Obama. It wasn't like we made an extra $10 billion, but we did well under both Obama and Trump. And by the way, guys, like, I've lived a very privileged life. Like, this is coming from a place of, like, me having, like, a very stable life. I've had a very stable life. Like, it hasn't been like, we're not taking trips to fucking Italy every year. We're not taking trips every year. But I've had nothing to complain about my entire life besides, like, people dying, family issues, whatever, stuff like that everybody has. I've had nothing to complain about. I owe my parents everything in this fucking world. My dad, I owe everything. He's the most smart, shrewd, he's the most dominant person I've ever met in my life. And my mom is the sweetest. She is honestly one of the smartest and most, emotionally intelligent people I've ever met in my life. My dad is, it's a classic, story of, like, my dad is logistically intelligent beyond my comprehension that hopefully I get one day. And my mom is the most emotionally intelligent person I've met in my entire life that also I hope to get one day. I say all that to be like, I forget where I was, kind of where I was going with this. But Trump, gay. Trump is so whack. I hate him. I mean, it's just like, and the people that, like, ride his meat to no end it's just like, dude, for real? Like, somebody that's supposed to be a public servant. He's a public servant. I don't care if he's the president. He's a public servant. Like, he needs to be looking out for the people that voted him in. And to be fair, I guess, the people that voted him in are exactly what they've been portrayed as this entire time. They've been portrayed as these idiots who just believe anything and are hooting and hollering to be able to like get him in office for no reason. Like, it's like these poor bumfuck trailer living motherfuckers that love him to death. And it's like, why? Do you not know he just raised your taxes? You know, these people in $1 million mansion, these $1 million boats, he lowered those taxes. You know, he's only looking for the people that are in these boats. I feel like an undercover secret agent. I'm poor. Me personally, my parents well off. My dad is very successful. My mom is very successful. But me, myself, I personally am poor. But I see all of these people. I'm around. Fucking the dude I live with, Steve, he's insanely rich. The people I'm hanging out with around these boats are insanely rich. And it's just like, it makes sense for the 1% to be a fan of him. But it just doesn't make sense how the 99% are also a fan. How people in my same position who are in, honestly, not even in my same position, are in a worse position. They don't have a good family to fall back on. I have a good family to fall back on. They might have kids. I don't have kids. They might be in debt. I'm not in debt. Like, those people who support Trump, it makes zero fucking sense to me. And it all just goes back to the same story of the conversation I had with my coworkers about words not rhyming. You know, it's like we can all sit here and pretend that, you know, it's that easy to come up with an answer like, oh, these two words are spelled different? Nope, they don't rhyme. They don't rhyme. It's so easy because they don't rhyme, because they're not spelled the same. They sound similar. They fucking look similar. Whenever I hear them, they sound good. Whenever Ariana Grande sings them. But actually, they don't rhyme. So, it's the same thing. And it's just like, that's it. Period. End of discussion. It's the same exact thing whenever people talk about, like, the politics that are going on. It's just like, for, like we're all going to act like Port and Stewart don't rhyme. We're all gonna act like Trump is actually like cares. Are we not? Are we for real? So I just want to make, like, a blanket statement, and, you know, like, are we all just gonna live in La La Land? Because if so, like, I'll just chill out here and fucking dive in the water behind me and not worry about a goddamn thing. But if we're going to have, like, just, like, this much of common sense, maybe I won't drown myself. You know, like, if we just, like, can do, like, that much and, like, think about it for, like, this long, okay, like, I'm down to, like, work with that. But if we're just going to, like, if everything is just going to be so black and white, what are we doing? Like, it's just going to be people arguing. There's going to be no gray. It's just going to be black and white fucking clashing like this for eons, and then we get nothing done because one half wants to do this and the other half wants to do that. And then at this point, we just might as well split the country and just one half takes this land, one half takes that land. And then honestly, after that, probably have like a war for 1,000 years. So it's just, I don't know, it's just so annoying. Especially me. Like, I do need to get my head out of my own ass sometimes. But at the same time, I feel like I have a pretty good gauge about, like, whenever people are, like, bullshitting. Like, just saying things just because, like, they didn't think about it. Like, not like that, but just, like, saying things without thinking. Like, so if I say, sweatshirt, oh, I'm wearing a sweatshirt because my head hurts. Are you gonna for real say that, like, it's inconceivable? Like, I can't even believe somebody would think that would rhyme. Are we for real gonna, like, live in that land? I don't know. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, it might not be the perfect rhyme, but come on, man. Can I ever win? Can I ever call you my fucking twin?